Okay. Continue.
Bello records the sessions for me. Okay, so last time, who wants to do a review? I know there was a small bit of one just before Buffy and Zero got in here, but who wants to give the overall review real quick? Well, they did such a good job.
Nah.
No? Why?
Nah.
Damn. Castle personally attacked Bello. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
How?
What you got, Bumble?
What?
As far as I remember, we got finished being interrogated by the bald guy.
The guard captain, yeah.
And then
For me.
Yeah, he basically asked implications that we work for him.
Yep.
He sent us off to the inn where he's paying for board and food. Then he called us back to his guard quarters and gave us a mission to investigate missing people at a house.
Right.
And then went to the house and stuff happened.
Yes.
And now we're in the back rooms.
Now we're in the back rooms. So yes, you all got to the house, and some of you went upstairs to investigate. Me ended up finding out some nice left behind fun things in the form of explosions.
Yep. That happened.
Gaelic decided to be the lone wolf and search for things downstairs, ending up stabbing a thing, which had no reaction, no blood, no nothing. And as he withdrew his weapon, some of you decided to take a look outside to see if you guys can see the bustling streets. But as you look outside, it is pitch black. There is nothing that you can see. So, how would you like to proceed? So we got everyone that's here is upstairs. Gaelic is downstairs. What do you say? Thinking about life decisions. Me, do you continue to investigate the room that you're in?
I got blown out of the room.
Well, you got blown up at the edge of the room, but you were still in the room because you were looking for stuff, right?
I was trying to check behind to see if anyone was there because we're looking for someone because someone said they saw something.
Mm.
Oh,
Me.
he just got blown the fuck up. He ain't going back in that room because he dodged out the fucking way.
Okay. Anyone else want to go
towards the fucking door? Fuck this shit.
Anyone want to go into that room and check it out? There's also other doors on this floor that people can go check out.
Yeah, I'll go check out that room that exploded.
Okay.
Who was I with?
You were with me, Arwen, and Club. And Theo's with you.
Yes.
Well, I'm going with our frog bread.
Okay. So you're going into the room me just came out of. All right. Frog first?
Yep.
Okay. You enter the room.
People like your healer go first.
You enter the room. And as you look around the room, you see it, other than the giant scorch mark that is now in the center of the room, you see that it's an office space. There's a desk on the far side of the room with a bunch of knickknacks and other office-y kind of things. There is bookshelves that are against the wall on each side of where the desk is. In the center, there was a couch, there was a rug. No more do they exist. And a couple of paintings are on the wall as well. Where would you like to go in this office space?
You said there were knickknacks on the desk. I shall go in.
Okay, you move closer to check out the knickknacks on the desk. As you get closer, you see that there is what seem to be like writing utensils. There's like paper. There's a couple of books or two on the table. They're all in common. So unfortunately, you have a hard time reading.
Yep.
There's also a couple other things like a magnifying glass. There's a nice chair there, but there's nobody at the desk or behind it, as far as you can tell. There is two drawers on this desk, one on the left and one on the right.
I was going to say, shall I roll an investigation and stalk the nest?
Sure.
May I help?
You may.
The best.
You may. So you give.
Wow. Fuck you.
Okay, so Glove, you look over the desk, and Dame helps you out, but all of a sudden she saw a book on the table and goes, "Ooh, a book."
Never even listens down. It's not even my fault we're in this mess.
What's up, fool? You start pulling out some of the drawers. You find what looks to be like envelopes or letters that seem to be opened, but not torn open. They seem to have been maybe had a wax seal on them and broke to open them.
Yeah.
There is paper inside the envelopes. If you wish to take one of them and look at them. There's also seems to be a journal of some sort in the bottom of one of the desks.
I shall pull out the envelopes and offer them to Dane.
Okay.
She was looking for paper the last time we were looking out. So, and paper.
I'm going to read them.
Okay. There is 4 of them. Each of them has a date. And the most recent one was from 5 days ago.
Ooh. Isn't that about the time of the day of the murder?
About that, if you recollect.
I'll read the most recent one first.
Okay. You begin reading the most recent one. In a very quick summary, it is a letter to what seems to be a business partner, a Jared Rathen. This business partner seems to have agitated the individual that you're looking into to the point that there is a clear threat against Rathen. Saying to the effect of, "I will own everything you have and leave you on the street." And in closing, the letter finishes with, "Hope that our paths never cross again, for when they do, you will feel the cold of my blade." And instead of a signature, it's just a large X at the bottom of the letter.
And this is from the victim or to the victim?
So this is to the victim talking about somebody else along with them. So this is a third person.
Okay. Let I continue reading.
That is the end of that, sir.
No, I mean on another letter. She's gonna continue reading.
Are you just going to continue to go back in chronological order?
Yep.
Okay. The next letter seems to be from a mistress of some sort of the night, talking about how she enjoyed their afternoon together a couple of weeks ago and was wondering about his health, for he has been quiet for quite a long time, which seems to be not of his character. Hoping that he would return for another exotic night, as she puts it. Sure.
Next letter.
The next letter. It is a letter from the guild, the business guild, stating that there's an investigation pending. This one is about a month old. That there's an investigation pending on his business for fraud, laundering, and possibly his business being a fence. And that he was to arrive to a investigation room of some sort about a week and a half ago.
I'm gonna pull my grimoire out, slide these inside of the pages. Safekeeping. After putting them back in the room.
Mhm. There's also the journal.
I'm going to look at our lovely foggy friend, and I'm going to reiterate what I found. Turns out, my dear Glove, this guy pissed off a mysterious business partner. It's the last thing he did. Right before that, he gets a letter from a lover or mistress of some kind, or maybe his girlfriend. I don't know, talking to him about how he's been really quiet for a while. It's not normally like him, asking him to come back over for a fun time. But the rest of the letters are literally before that, for looks like about a month ago. He was being investigated, so I wonder if that has anything to do with why he's pissed off with He's pissed off the mysterious business partner. Some of his stuff must have been seized. Which makes me wonder why he had all that stuff on his porch. But you got any more paper?
Are there any more people in the death?
There
That's the wrong.
is no more other than the journal. Well, I should say there is more paper, but nothing's written out of.
Then I shall pull out the journal and hold it up.
Mm-hmm. You take the journal. You're going to read it?
Yes.
Okay. So as you look at the journal to open it, you realize there is a key, a lock on the latch over the book to keep it shut. And it is locked. And it seems that it needs a key.
I'm going to look for it. I didn't mean to click that earlier. I apologize.
It's okay. Looking around the desk, you do not find a key.
I'm going to turn the book and poke at the lock and do a kind of finger motion to the room.
Like beckoning people into the room?
No, I'm going, hey, we need to look for a key.
Oh.
I need something for this. I'm not about to fucking chance destroying evidence, so I'm going to stick the book back in my bag with my grimoire, and we're going to leave it there.
Okay.
Until I find a key.
Okie dokie. So, you have a grimoire in your bag.
What? I thought it was a
Or,
journal.
yeah, a journal, sorry. You said grimoire, my brain got thrown to it. So you have a journal in your bag. What is me or what is Arwen doing? Are you just being a fly on the wall?
I'm waiting for me to respond.
Oh, did you say something to me? Because me was exiting the room.
No, you asked him a question.
Oh,
What fucking question did I miss?
I mean, I asked him what he was doing. He said he was leaving the room, so I left it at that.
And I said, what else are we doing? So
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably just going to go to like the next room at this point in time and
I'll follow him.
bust open that door.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Okay. So you continue on the. Go ahead. What were you saying?
One question, just one.
Yes.
Do I need to have eye contact to get to use telepathy?
Yes. For your telepathy, you need eye contact. Wow. Birds. But so you're going into the next room. Are you going to continue going to the right?
Whichever
next
way he was traveling the first time.
Okay. So you continue to the next room on the right. There's two more. There's one more after this door on the right. So you go to this door. The door seems normal, kind of matches the rest of the other doors, other than the one you opened a minute ago. Do you try to handle?
Yeah.
Okay. You go and try to handle. It is locked.
Then now he's going to fucking kick the goddamn door down.
Okay. I would like you to make a strength check. Just click strength. Yeah. You go and kick the door. The door seems very resilient, and your foot does not go through it.
I was trying to put my foot.
Sorry. Swords ready to really fast it out loud.
Oh.
Yes, the door holds.
Now it's fucking axe time.
Okay. Swing with your axe. You hit. Show me damage. Okay. With one swing, you get halfway through the door.
You gonna go again?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and roll for damage. Okay. With that, you cut through the door. And as the door falls apart in front of you, it's at this moment you begin to think, yes, got through this fucking click. The fuck was that? You hear the click, but as far as you can tell, nothing happened.
I love how as soon as you said that, I'm sitting there over my damn fucking dexterity saving.
But yes, you hear the click, and then nothing, as far as you can tell, has happened.
But the door is gone. So I can see into the room.
The door is cut in half, and the half that has the hinges on it swings open slowly with a very loud groan.
Okay. So I can see in the room.
You can see into the room. So you look into the room, and you can see that this seems to be a bedroom of some sort. There's a large singular bed, maybe about a queen, if you had to guess. And the room is filled with not books, but intricate devices like This seems to be like a room for like a tinkerer. There's like uh framings of like different kinds of weapons or items on the wall. There's a table in the corner that has a whole bunch of like tools and blueprints on the table. There's a large chest that seems to have been opened and everything has been torn out of it and is all over the floor.
Hmm.
And the windows seem to be boarded up.
I guess I'm gonna do a fucking what the hell is it?
Investigate your perception.
Yeah, just a perception check real quick, just to. I mean, I heard something fucking click, so it's like, all right, what the fuck clicked?
What was that? Paranoia.
Not that this is gonna do any damn thing. Yeah.
You look around the room, and this is a messy room, but nothing that seems to really catch your eye,
Did I
Alright.
take a look?
if you'd like.
Or
You look around the room, and as you do, you notice a few things. One, the first thing you notice is in the corner, there is a wardrobe. But the inside of the inside door of the wardrobe that you can see seems to have like a large claw mark that's right across the inside of it.
uh-oh.
In the opposite corner of the room, on the wall, when you get closer, you would see there is a large blood splotch that seemed to have been projectiled across the wall. You would not have noticed it at first when you came in because it is not a dense spray. It's very much a splatter.
Kind of like an arterial spray.
Yeah. But once you got closer, it'd be much easier to see.
Okay.
Third, you begin to notice a very pungent smell in the room.
Yeah. Are we sure it's not me?
Nope. The smell is of rot.
Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna be sick. Okay, I have to turn and leave the room,
Willie?
and I'm gonna tell me there's blood on the wall back there. I wouldn't go in there. So, am I thinking some kind of like large cat, werewolf?
It's definitely a large beast. And it has 4 claws.
So it could be werewolf, could be cat.
It could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
But you can't distinctively pin down what it is.
There's no like broken claw in the wardrobe.
Nope.
Okay.
So, me, what would you like to do? This is an extra stanky room. Hello?
Awkward silence.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
they were
to
asking
me
you
as
a
in
question.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm not used to fucking hearing. I'm not used to responding to the me name right now. Hold okay. Say again.
Shoots off. So, so what would you like to do now that you know that it is a very pungent smelling room and there's blood in there?
And there's blood.
I'm going to take the heaviest object that I currently have in my possession, which looks like my great club.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna chuck it in the middle of the room to see if fucking anything explodes.
Okay. So,
Learning.
where are you aiming in the room? Are you just aiming for center mass or?
I guess with
Okay.
like the idea of like not necessarily bowling, but like kind of like skipping like a rock over the water, like trying to like hit a few different spots to see.
Just cover your ground.
Yes.
Okay. So make me a strength check to see how far into the room you make it with the club throwing it. Okay, you make it a pretty good distance. I would say pretty close to the middle of the room. So you give it a good old heave, and it bounces and rolls and clanks, and eventually it slowly comes to rest in the middle of the room. And everyone can hear this as you just hear thud, bang, boom, pow, boom, boom. And eventually it comes to rest in the middle of the room with nothing happening.
Um, stick my head in, kind of look around a little bit, and almost slowly start to fucking follow the path of where the goddamn club went.
So, as you enter the room, I take it you're like Pink Panther tiptoeing your way into the room.
I mean, he's a fucking dwarf. Like he's not fucking tiptoeing, but like he's taking like one step at a time. Looking around
Squeak,
like
squonk, squeak, squonk.
the fuck
Like
is going on here?
Clunk.
Pretty much. There you go. There you go. Very good explanation.
So, as you I guess, stomp your way into the room, nothing really happens. The smell, the odor becomes stronger as you get closer to the center of the room where the edge of the bed is. And now, from this perspective, you can see the blood splatter across that one wall and the claw mark in the wardrobe.
Gotcha.
But yes, there's
He's already got his axe in his hand, so like,
there's still an amalgamation of just different knick-knack contraptions all over the floor from the chest that was tossed.
Can I see all of the room now?
For the most part, yes. You'd still have to kind of hunker down to look under the bed, or move to the wardrobe to kind of open the other door to look in it and things like that. But you can see the great majority of the room from here.
All right. Well, I guess first thing is he's gonna look underneath the bed.
Okay, you look under the bed. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Oh, son of a bitch! Why you gotta pick on my wisdom?
Okay, so
Oh, hold on. That wasn't a saving. That wasn't a saving throw. Hold on. That's it. I mean, that's not bad, but
that's perfectly fine. It would have been the same exact rule. So, as you look under the bed, you slowly get down and you lift the edge of the sheet. And as you do, in that very moment, as the sheet is moved out of the way, all you see is an arrangement of 10 different colored, different version eyes just glaring back at you, almost face to face, and just staring into your soul as you feel a hand grab your leg.
hold on. Grab my leg from where?
From under the bed.
You fucking alerted the monster under the bed. Congratulations. Well done, yo. Woke it up.
That is an instantaneous
Not to go in there.
axe fucking bring down on bed, trying to cleave the bed and anything underneath of it.
So, am I to interpret that you're having a fear response and standing up and just going to town on the bed?
I mean, he's a dwarf. He didn't have to bend over that much.
I mean, for this bed, you kind of did. You had to get down on your knees for this one.
Oh, okay. The hell's
So do you-
grabbing my leg? My leg would be
Because
behind
yes,
me.
it is. The only thing you can see of this thing is the 10 eyes in an odd arrangement, just staring into your soul as you feel a hand grab your leg.
Fucking hell. Yeah, sure. We'll call it a fear response.
Okay. So you stand up very quickly and you raise your axe, and I'm sure you're screaming out bloody murder as you're just slamming the axe into the bed.
Pretty much.
Everyone can hear the dwarf just bellowing out as he just goes nuts on the bed with the axe. Go ahead and give me a couple swings.
Um,
Nope. Yep. Throw another 2 more. Why not? Okay. With the fourth one there, you end up cleaving completely through the bed, tearing it in half. And as you hear it crunch and break and slam into the floor, you stop and you hold back your axe, holding it high, waiting for movement, and you're giving it a hard breath. But as you look, there's nothing there. Just a bed that you just torn apart.
I'm just gonna look back at Bella's character and go, not a word.
So from your
eyebrows.
from your perspective, Bella, you saw the dwarf look under the bed, freak out like he saw something, and then immediately respond with "must kill it, die."
Pretty much hack the bed.
And as he stopped and he's holding the blade up, he looks down, pauses for a minute, looks over at you, and says,
Not a word.
And I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow like, oh.
everyone heard the dwarf just scream like he was giving out a battle cry.
Yeah, I love hearing that little rush to the next stream to see what the heck's going on.
Does Dame follow Glub?
I'm a roll D20 because I don't know if I would stay for the books. Just a thing.
The goddamn books.
I'm staying for the books.
Yeah, okay. You're staying for the books.
I've seen what he can do with that axe. If he's screaming, he's probably gonna kill it.
Okay, you stay with the books. Glub runs around the corner and you see the dwarf holding an axe in the air, looking at Arwen, and Arwen probably just shaking her head.
Yep. And you can also see a completely dismantled bed.
Yes, a bed in the middle of a room that is just fucking torn asunder.
Oh, the wardrobe is there still, right?
Oh, the wardrobe's still in there.
Okay.
And it seems to have... Go ahead.
I'd look at both of them as I walk around the corner and just ribbit because I'm a student. I have no idea what I'm saying. So
Of course.
Concerned rivet.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh?
I'd look at me and go, "You want to try for the wardrobe next?"
I mean, that's where he would be going. But
Okay. Do you walk over the bed or around the bed? Give it a wide berth.
Go fucking walk through.
I'm gonna give it a little bit of a wide berth, but not like conspicuously wide berth.
Trying to look cool, but also be afraid of whatever the fuck he just saw.
And I'm not going up to the fucking door of the wardrobe and opening it. Nope, it's axe, arm's length, open up door.
Okay.
With the axe.
Okay. So you reach forward with the axe. You hook the edge of the other door with the bottom of the axe where it kind of curls in with the blade. And you pull on it ever so gently. And as the door opens with a very loud... You look inside, and there is what looks to be one singular black robe on a hook,
But
just sitting in the wardrobe.
But nobody's there.
Nobody's there. No googly eye monster in there.
He's just gonna turn around and start walking out the door and going, "This room's clear," because all he cares about is the person that was in the house.
Okay. So,
And moving on to the next room.
on the other side of the other door.
anyone else wanting to go back into that room?
Can we to investigate the
For your books, yes.
not just the books.
The books.
She's investigating the room
Okay.
in the books. She's
'Kay.
Nothing.
There's a lot of books in here,
That's a lot of books.
but most of these books don't seem interesting. They seem to be like known knowledge or old novels or some smut, you know? Nothing really catching your eye.
Okay. I'm assuming Theo's still in the room.
Theo's right next to you.
Can
Just-
give me that look.
Yeah, he's just looking at you like, are we done looking at the books now?
I was hoping for a secret room or a book that was like, I don't know, concealed by magic or something.
I don't think you're going to find that in yet.
Going to go follow to the sounds of the screaming.
Okay.
Disappointed.
You walk out of the room with a huff as Theo follows you as you go with the rest of the group. And as you come out, you notice there is no what his name is. Zarvan. It's just everyone else but Zarvan that is up here.
Mm-hmm. Is she inside of me still in the doorway?
No, Arwen said that they were going to the next door with me.
No. I mean, like, is she down the hall? Can I see her?
Yeah, you can see her.
They're moving.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm moving down to the last one, right?
You see Sarvan? He decided to stay downstairs. Right. You don't have to investigate on the first floors. I'll go find that idiot. Don't let anyone destroy evidence. She looks behind her. Me. And she kind of like hollers down the hall, Club, downstairs. And I walk away. That's going to be
I before going downstairs, love would quickly look into the room with the wardrobe and just look around it quickly, just to see what the heck was smashed in the fight. See what the heck happened. I need to roll investigation to assume that me destroyed the bed.
That bed was like that when I got there. Thank you very much.
But can I roll an investigation for that room?
Sure.
Just a quick look through it.
So,
I see no. I go blind.
oh, hold on. Hold on.
You have negative. How you have negative? Hang on. Shit. I thought my rolls were bad.
So, as you investigate the room, you first start by walking into the room. The next second, a fly flies past you out of the room, and all of a sudden, your attention is hooked to the fly, and you follow the fly with your eye.
Makes sense.
Damn, that's cool.
So you walk back out in the hall. Go ahead and make a dex check.
Wow.
That
With
fly is
extreme accuracy, you fire out your tongue. You hit the fly. Lunch.
There was a fly in there?
Yeah, there was a fly that flew right by him that distracted him from investigating the room.
Okay.
Hard to
Yeah,
get.
I imagine whatever was making it smell in that room attracted the flies.
Exactly. See?
So I guess after catching the fly, Glove would head downstairs for the day he called for.
Buffy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
So you need a crash course, yes?
Sure.
Okay. So essentially how this works. I'm sure you probably already know a bit of it, but essentially I'll ask you for certain things like a role. But essentially what you need to do is just tell me what you want to do, and then I try to interpret a way for you to skill check it.
Uh-huh.
So to make any of those roles, if you look at your character sheet, you see how there's things that say there's a box that says saving throws with strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, blah, 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 blah in there.
Uh-huh.
And then you see there's a bunch of skills like acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, blah, 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 blah there too.
Yeah.
So let's say how me said, I want to look into the room. Okay, I decide either you're looking into the room as a broad perspective, so that'd be a perception, or you're more going through the room very precariously and investigating what you can find. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's really how this plays out. As far as it gets into the combat stuff, that's more when you want to look into your weapons and your spells and then try to figure out a strategy with everything that's going on before you, how you want to do it. And then I try to work with you to make it so. Okay.
Right.
So if you want to, let's say there's a guy 15 feet from you. I want to walk over to him. I want to stab him in the knee. Okay. You can move 15 feet. You have that amount of speed allotted to you per turn. You have a dagger. So then you hit dagger where it says attacks and spell casting. And then it'll roll to see if you hit. And then I have to use the NPC's AC.
Huh? Hold on. What? Where where would I hit dagger at? I don't see that.
So you see where your hit points are, and then it says hit dice.
Okay.
Another
All right. I'm tracking.
So you would hit dagger,
Uh-huh.
and it'd pop out two numbers. The first number is the one we take if there's no advantage or disadvantage. So if that number meets or beats the AC of the NPC, you hit them. So go ahead and roll that real quick so you can see how that works. And you crit immediately, okay? So if you hit...
Thanks for that. I'm never going to get that again.
Damn.
So if you hit, what you do then is you hit dagger, the name of it, in the chat, and it'll roll the damage of how much damage you do.
Gotcha.
Okay. As far as your other feats and things, they're always good to look over because they could become very helpful in different odd times of need. Your AC, if anything is attacking you, it has to meet or beat your AC. So it has to be 15 or higher. in this instance.
Okay.
If you go down to 0 hit points, you're not dead. You're just unconscious. Okay.
Okay.
But while you're unconscious, you have just every turn you have to make a death saving throw.
Right.
Three failures, you're dead.
Right.
If somebody attacks you while you're down with a melee attack, it is an auto crit, which means that's 2 fails automatically. Okay.
Yep.
Now, if you hit a critical a crit 20 or succeed 3 times in your death saves, you come back to 1 HP and you wake up from unconsciousness. If you roll a natural 1, that's also a critical fail. 2 fails.
Right. And that's typical D&D rules. I got that. I just didn't know how to roll with this stuff.
Yeah, so it's just, if I say, roll me a history, you just find history on there and you click it.
Okay. That's all I
Very
need
easy.
to know, really.
Okay. So, any other questions?
Nope.
Cool. And good with the thing I sent you before?
Sure.
Okay. So, Dane, you're going downstairs. Glove's right behind you, along with Theo. What are you doing downstairs?
Investigating on where our troublemaker has gone.
Okay. So, you look around. Okay. Do you look around the main room first? Or do you go directly
From
through?
where I saw him last.
Okay. So, make me a perception check.
Nope.
You look around the room. It's a nice room. It's dark, but it's nice. I don't see anybody around in the area. And then from there, you go to the first door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You go to the first door. You try the handle, and it's open. And you,
He opened because I don't think he closed the door behind him when he went in there.
well, it's more of testing the handle to turn it to open it. It's open. It's not locked. So you push the door open. Inside, you see that this seems to be like a storage room. Different sorts of like cabinets and chests and things like that. All of them closed. Some of them have like the white sheet blanket over some of them. Do you go inside and investigate?
Yes.
Okay. Do you start opening cabinets and things to see what's inside?
She's gonna be careful and investigate without touching anything that's potentially booby trapped.
Okay. So are you just
We never be paranoid, right?
so
So she does not
there's no
get
books.
the joy of running straight for the books like an idiot. So
Yes.
she's gotta be careful.
So do you just like run your hand over the cabinets and the chests, or do you try to open them, like test them? What do you do?
Investigate to see if they're booby trapped first.
Oh, that's fine. So yes, you can investigate. You can investigate one of them to see if they're trapped. As far as you can tell, seem perfectly fine.
But to open it.
Okay, you go and pull it open, and as you open it, all of a sudden the door flies open, and there is a body that slams into you, knocks you to the ground. Buffy, you've entered the scene.
Welcome to chaos.
As all of a sudden you feel your body fall backwards. As all of a sudden there is light that hits you as you open your eyes. The first thing you see as you look up is a drow, and then all of a sudden you fall back on the person as you both fall to the ground in a place you have no idea where you are.
Ow. Ew. What the fuck just hit me?
It looks to be that person right there. Points to the small halfling that is on top of you.
I'm gonna pinch her cheeks and ask her if she's got snacks.
What?
Just both hands on one on either side of her face, pinching her cheeks. Do you have snacks?
With the hand that she sits on being secure, she's gonna pat both your character and be like, of course, darling. 1 second. Let's get you up first.
I love it already.
We're keeping this one.
Theo just looks at you, kind of rolls his eyes for a minute. Glub, you come around the corner to the door and you see there is a person pinching Dame's cheeks and seems to be talking in a very soft voice, and I assume with a smile.
Yes.
And you see Dame just pat her head very gently and seems to be rummaging for something while they stand up.
It's very quote unquote noble woman. Just getting her cheeks pinched is just like, yeah, this is all right.
Some Scooby Doo shit, man.
Oh, you're adorable. We're keeping tilt my head as I'm rummaging for something. Oh, hi, Glub. A halfling fell on me from the ceiling. Continues to rummage without saying anything.
From the wardrobe you were opening.
Oh.
Yeah, the wardrobe doors opened fully and then she fell on top of you.
I'm sorry.
You good?
Got snacks? You broke her thoughts? Thoughts? That's what that's like. I'm sorry. That's all I thought of. She's gonna be our snack thief. Yep. Someone has moved my box of mystery.
Box of mystery?
I thought it was a cool magical little. Don't mind. I'm building in a tree. She's gonna contend. I need to build our houses. She's going to stand up and hand her some of her rations.
Okay. So Dame reaches out and hands you like a pinch of rations, a full hand of rations?
She's gonna hold the rations out. Snack.
Like the whole bag of rations?
No, like a ration. I'm not giving you all of them. I'm giving you a
I
ration.
was to say that would be a mistake.
Because right now she's under the impression that A, you either kidnapped, or B, you've been in this house since the guy disappeared, and that's a lot of days to go without food.
Oh no, she has food because she's gonna take that ration and put it in her bag with all the other bits of food that she's got in there.
Just like a goddamn stray cat.
Also, so you take the ration from her, you stuff it in your bag.
Yeah.
Dame, your response?
Adorable. What's your name?
I'm Penny.
Do you know how you got here, Penny?
Maybe. Do you know how I got here?
No, but we can find out. We were investigating the house.
Why?
On you. How do I put this? Somebody who lived here disappeared.
Oh, that's concerning.
Yes.
Because I ate some of his snacks and I got really sleepy.
You ate some of the food and you got tired. Can you show me what food you tried to eat?
No, because I ate it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give Theo a look over her head and pat her head.
Theo just shakes his head like, I don't fucking know.
She's gonna look at him and think very hard at him with her telepathy.
Yes.
That sounds like poison snacks, Theo.
I mean, also could have just been a food comment.
We're going to go check the kitchen next. Where is that from? What is
He just shrugs.
Small red-skinned little trouble.
No. He's a hobgoblin. He is human-sized.
Have you seen a nosy little troublemaker, a hobgoblin named Saffron?
You have no idea who this person is.
I've been sleeping.
Okay. I'm gonna kill him. She's got that I'm gonna kill him face.
Okay. So, what do you do from here?
Continue to look over the room.
Okay. You look over the rest of the room. There is a lot of cabinets, a lot of wardrobes, and a lot of chests. This is going to take some time.
Investigation station.
Okay. While you do that, I want you to roll me, let's say 7 investigations. And if anyone wants to help, they can. Just let me know if you want to help.
A glove would definitely help.
Okay.
I'll roll my set and roll yours afterwards.
No. So how it works, if someone helps you with something, like an investigation or anything like that, they give you advantage on your roll.
Okay.
So you roll, and we take the highest number of the 2 in that case. But while you do that, I'm going to switch to the people that are upstairs.
Okay.
So, me, Arwen, you are the only 2 upstairs right now. and you're going to the last room, as far as I remember. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
However, he's gonna stop.
Yep.
Grumble something that sounds like basically dwarven cuss words, and then turn around and go back into the room and go pick up his club that he left there. And then he's gonna go back to the next room.
Okay. It's good you caught that, because I wasn't going to say shit.
I'm fully aware you were gonna say shit. And I was like, wait a minute.
So you go get your club. You then go over to the last door that's on the right side of the upper area. Do you try the handle?
No, he's just kicking the fucking door down at this point.
Okay.
He's tired of the door.
Strength check. No.
Next time.
He's gonna kick it again.
Okay. Yes, you kick the door, and you launch a good couple chunks of wood into the room as it swings open and slams into something that sounds like glass as it shatters behind the door. As you look into the room that you just booted open, you see that this room seems to also be a bedroom, but it seems to be for 2. There's 2 small twin beds, one on the left wall, one on the right wall. And it seems this room was very much made for, like, siblings?
Kids.
Yeah.
Please.
There's a few toys, not a whole lot, but there's like a little small train that's on the floor. There seems to be some dolls in the corner. There's definitely a mixture of boy and girl in this room, based on the color palettes, the toys, and all the other things.
Would we do end up in Mary Poppins?
Yeah.
I might, brother and sister sharing the same room.
Yeah.
It's medieval times.
Well,
So
but-
expensive.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the thing in revolver, because I'm gonna look around the room for a second.
So perception, if you're just giving a general look over. Yes.
Yes. Oh, holy shit!
Okay. So you look,
Nice.
you poke your head in the room, and you kind of look around like an old geezer looking for gold. And as you look around, you notice something odd at the immediate right hand corner of the room. As you look over there seems to be somebody about as tall, if not a little shorter than you, that seems to have their back to you and facing the corner. Completely
Type
still,
fucking
very
Shyamalan fucking bullshit is this?
Yeah, what kind of
complete.
Blair Witch house are we in?
They're completely still. Long, what you could tell is like a deep brown or black hair, all the way down to like mid back. And they seem to be like in a nightgown of some sort. It's just white, long clothes. And again, they're just standing there perfectly still. There's no sound.
Yeah, all right. So he's gonna grab one of his javelins and get ready to toss it. And
My God.
and look at Bella's character.
Let's see if this thing talks first.
He just looks at you with the go right the fuck ahead. I'm not moving from this position. This motherfucker's done been blown up, scared fucking
Shitless.
He is fucked up right now. Just
The price of being first.
Technically, I went around the room first, but I didn't look under the bed. So,
Mhm.
but,
So, what do we do?
but the dwarf is cocked and ready to fucking goddamn go.
I would be like,
I
Yes.
go ahead.
I was just saying, like I'm far enough out of the doorway or in the door, I guess you could say, to where like
You
she
can
could get ask me if she wanted to as well.
Yes.
I'm just standing there with.
She
Like,
can also
ready.
just step over you.
Damn.
I'm not that tall. I'm a wood elf.
You're tall enough.
Yes. Remember, he's not very tall. No, but we're kind of wood elves. I'd be like, well, first off, let's see, can I see through this person?
No, they seem to be very much a solid thing.
Okay, I'd be like, excuse me. Can you hear us?
No response, no movement, nothing. It just stands there.
Is there any small little, like, toy soldiers at my feet?
Not toy soldiers, but there's definitely blocks.
Okay, pick up a block and shove that on.
That's
Just
just
lightly, just
just
lightly.
just like a little.
Yeah, kind of like throwing a stone at somebody and like, hey, trying to get their attention.
Uh-huh. Roll a dex.
Buddy.
You go to give it a little as you throw it, and as you do, it slips out of your hand and hits your toe.
Oh, that didn't hurt because it's a small.
I know, but I'm just saying it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, I'd be
Dwarf chuckles slightly.
like, be like, shove it, scaredy cat. I'd be like, you're up. I love rolling a natural one. It's great. Oh, it was that bad, huh?
Has it done anything?
It has just stood there looking in a corner and hasn't even moved or made a sound yet.
Is this like kid size or adult size?
It is definitely kid size if it was a human.
God damn it. Fuck. Huh. What the fuck?
You could pick up another
Huh.
toy block and throw it at the kid.
God, he doesn't want to put down the goddamn javelin.
Is this a two-handed javelin? If you have two hands.
That would also suggest that he's ambidextrous. Ambidextrous.
Again, you never know, he might be.
No, the other hand still has this fucking axe in it.
Oh, there you go.
Lord, he's got the glory.
He didn't put away his axe. He just went from two hand to one hand and then just grabbed a javelin out the backpack and got it fucking cocked and ready to go.
Leviathan and run the spear in the other.
Yep.
Uh,
What about
So what
kicking
would
a
you
block
like?
at the kid?
I must say I'll kick a block at the kid's feet.
Okay, make a strength.
Oh Lord, here comes fucking natural 20. Oh no, okay, all right, 8. I did not kill the kid with a block. Thank you.
It's a great. You get it just about to where the feet would be if you could see underneath the shirt that's like draped over this figure. And after a moment, nothing happens.
Some fucking M. Night Shyamalan bullshit. God damn it. I'm just gonna look back over at Bella's character and shrug like, the fuck are we supposed to do?
All right, I'll walk up to the kid,
Okay.
peek around, see if the kid's like sleepwalking or what. But
So you move up to the kid. You try to look from the sides.
like I'm kind of like,
It's
yeah.
kind of hard and impossible to see with all the hair because there's definitely hair over their face. You can't really see them. So you have a feeling you'd have to get with like in an arm's length to kind of
Yeah.
figure out anything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna be attacked, aren't I? Okay, let's do this. But yeah, no, I'd be close enough. Like I said, but be closer. Can I see what, like, if they're normal colored skin, if they're like brown colored skin, Darvon's color, what color skin does this kid have?
So you kind of get closer. Make a perception check. You look at the hands and you notice the hands seem to be extremely pale. And unmoving,
Not even like
even with your proximities. There seems to be no response.
I'm backing up and just be like, no, I'm gonna go. And he'd be like, no, you're up.
Okay.
Pale hands, never a good thing.
So me. We have one chicken. Are we gonna have two?
Hey, I don't trust anything, man.
So I've seen her walk up to the kid, right?
Yep. She walked up to the kid, didn't touch her, kind of looked over the shoulder, and then all of a sudden she kind of scooted right back to you. The kid didn't even move, didn't even make a sound.
He is going to grunt and huff and put the goddamn javelin back in his fucking backpack.
Oh, see, I just poke him with the javelin, with the dull end.
Yeah, it's a fucking kid.
The dull end.
And,
With the
he's just gonna fucking walk up at this point. He still has his axe in his left hand, so it's still one-handed right now, damn it.
Yep.
And he's just gonna grab the kid's shoulder to like kind of spin the kid around in a firm yet not trying to hurt the kid manner, and basically go, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
As you grab the shoulder and you whip the kid around, you notice all of a sudden the head falls off.
oh,
And you
fuck
come to the,
no.
and you come to the realization this wasn't a kid. This was a mannequin.
As that's happening, he is going to take the mannequin and toss it towards Bella's character.
You know, after
Not
All of a
at
sudden-
her, just playfully realizes what it is, tosses it at her.
All of a sudden, a flying headless body comes towards you, Bella.
I was smack it with the quarterstaff. I realized I could have poked him with the quarterstaff. I forgot I had my weapons. I'll just beat it down with the stick. Just like bat it,
She's just like,
Stunned in fear.
Yeah, just bat it out of the way and be like, "Funny,
Arwen?
sorry, I was hitting the wrong button." I said,
Uh,
I forgot I had my weapons. I probably would have poked it with the weapon, but I forgot I had them. Like, I wasn't thinking, I was thinking if we're in fights, use weapons, but we're not in fights, don't use weapons. But yeah, no, I realized I probably could have poked it with my quarterstaff, but no, I just bat it down. I was hitting the wrong key on my on my keyboard when I was talking. But yeah, no, I just bat it down and be like, "Funny." And I'd walk out of the room to be like, "Nope, he can have that room."
okay. So,
all right, now I'm in here, so now looking around the room. What?
okay. So you look around the room. Again, this seems to be a room that was made for a pair of siblings. There, like I said, dolls, there's trains, there's blocks, there's all kinds of like kid toys all over the place. One side of the room, it's like all the furniture is in like light, like pinkish kind of colors, and the other side of the room is like in darker blues.
Is there anywhere I can't see besides under the fucking beds?
Under the beds and the two wardrobes, there's one at the foot of each of the beds.
I'll go to the wardrobes first.
Okay. Which wardrobe?
Whichever one I'm closest to, since it was a dress, I'm guessing probably the pink one.
Would be the right one, yes. So, do you try the handle?
Yes.
Okay. Do you open?
Yes.
As you open it, you see that there is a large selection of clothes inside the wardrobe. And at the base, there is lots of little shoes.
Don't care.
There's nothing really interesting in the wardrobe as far as you can tell.
There's no person there.
There is no person. That is true. Okay. Do you leave it open?
Yes.
Okay. You go to the other wardrobe. Do you open it?
Yes.
Okay. You open it. And then all of a sudden, nothing happens. There's more clothes.
Figured. How close to the fucking bed, to the bottom of the bed, to the floor are the beds? Like, are we talking like a 6-inch gap or like a fucking foot gap or what?
It's about a 6-inch gap. The beds are set pretty low so kids could climb up on.
Okay. More likely there's not going to be a person underneath the beds. He's not checking underneath of them this time and walking out the fucking room.
Okay. As you leave the room, you hear something close behind you. You turn around.
Turn around, see that it's probably one of the wardrobes.
The right wardrobe. seems to be now closed.
That's fine. He keeps on walking out the fucking room.
Okay. So you exit the room. You both are now out of the room. So in this case, we will rotate back downstairs. So Penny, Glub, and Dave, you are downstairs. You're now in the main room. Well, what are you guys doing? There is 2 more doors to check. And there is the main room and the kitchen that you did say you were talking about earlier.
I did 7 rolls to check this room. For
You
stuff. What did I find?
did.
I want details.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
It'd be from 19 down, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you check a few of the different things, and inside you find a very odd assortment of items. Do you know what a Russian one of those Russian dolls are? Where there's like always a doll inside. If you keep opening them, nesting doll. You find one of those, and the first face you see on it seems to be of a knoll, and it seems to be smiling.
But I open it.
Okay, you open it. You now see a goblin who's also smiling.
I continue.
You open it again. You see a hobgoblin that is now also smiling.
Does this look like Varon?
Nope.
I open it again.
You open it again. You see a gnome. They're smiling, but their face seems to have been clawed and they're missing eyes.
I continue.
Okay, you go to the next one. You open it. It's a skeleton. And it seems to have been made so the skeleton looks like it's also smiling.
I continue.
You open up the last one. And inside you see there is a singular little doll and is painted completely black.
Gonna look at Theo and hand him the doll with like a confused look. It's a bit morbid for a toy.
He reaches forward and takes it and holds on to it for a minute. Hands it back to you. I would think so.
You think anything's odd about the dolls?
To be honest, I think the whole thing is weird. I mean, we're in a house looking for a person, and the only thing we have found is traps and people screaming because they're getting spooked. And now we're finding odd things in the house too, like these dolls. So either this person was like a collector or something. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think he was collecting these for that reason. And Hatami wants to take them with me. But I'm a little worried that if we take them with me, they might be something like the incident.
I mean, there's always that chance. What is you gonna do?
I'm gonna kick somebody's ass. No, I am literally, I think I'm going to go and struggle with life choices, man. Um, I'm going to put them all back.
Okay. And you're gonna put it back where you found it?
I'm going to hand it to Theo out of concern.
You're gonna hand it to Theo for what?
I don't know if we should keep it or put it back. Your choice. That was.
No. This is your choice, not mine. You picked it up.
Part of me wants to know what the meaning of the doll is. I don't know if it's a collector thing. It seems pretty random to be a collector thing.
So
But part of me wants to know if it's like a secret code, like it's this way on purpose. Like it means something, but it's a doll. It would be something we wouldn't check. So I'm tempted to take it to see if anyone could figure anything out from it.
you're going to make me carry it.
I wouldn't say it like that.
But that's what you're doing.
Maybe. Are you mad about it?
I don't like it, but if you want me to carry it, I guess I'll carry it. He reaches out to take it from you. Do you let him?
Yes.
Yeah. He takes the dolls from you and he holds it in his hand as he looks at you like, now what do we do?
I don't know. I'm going to ask one of them if they know anything, if this seems odd to them later to check it.
All right. So what do you do?
I mean, you said that was the first thing I found. What did I find anything else?
I said that is probably the most interesting thing you found. Everything else, you do find a couple books. You find a lot of clothes. You do find a coin purse that has about 10 or 15 gold in it.
I'm keeping that.
Mhm. And that's about it.
I'm gonna add that the gold.
Yeah.
I had the weird nesting doll
Well, that's in Theo's pocket.
in my journal. No, I'm keeping track of things. Other than that, I'm gonna look, take a quick look around the room and then leave if there's nothing that really looks.
Doesn't look like it really does. So you leave the room. Does Penny leave the room with Dane?
Sure, why not?
Okay. And I assume Glove does the same thing.
Yep.
Okay. So now you're all back in the main room. What would you like to do? Would you like to check the main room? Would you like to check the other two doors? And this is for all three of you, I'm asking.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could check the main room.
Okay. Anyone want to help?
You said it was 15 gold?
15 gold. Anyone want to help Glove look around the room?
Yes.
Okay. Glove roll. Go ahead and roll your perception.
Oh, perception. I was gonna do investigation, but okay.
Well, you're doing a general
Perception.
room, right?
Yeah.
So as you look around the room, there doesn't seem to be anything out of place other than the furniture seemed to be some of it tossed, some of it seems dilapidated. Um, as you look more around, your eye kind of turns towards the kitchen, And you notice the way the chairs are situated. One of them has their back to you, and these are tall back chairs that have you can't really see through them.
Yeah.
So one of the chairs is facing away from you. All the other chairs are you can see the main seat of the chair.
Well, I will waddle on over to the kitchen.
Okay. As you waddle over to the kitchen. What are you looking for in the kitchen?
Just anything, really.
Anything?
Yeah.
Make another perception check then. Okay. You look around the kitchen. Notice that there is a lot of food. Seems to be all over the counters. All of it seems to have spoiled. That's been here for quite some time. Dishes are in the sink. There's also dishes on the table that seem to have had a meal on it that seems to have been just up and left. And as you continue to look around the kitchen, you notice that chair again, and its back is still to you. Do you investigate the chair?
Yes, I would slowly walk around the side of the chair.
Okay. As you look around the side of the chair, you see that there is a figure sitting in the chair. But the figure is completely still and unmoving. Do you close it?
A loaded, panicked, surprised folks fill the room.
So all of a sudden, Penny and Dame start hearing alerted croaks, rapid in succession, coming from the kitchen.
I will follow the sounds.
Does Penny also follow the sounds? Oh, did she? Uh, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't read it.
I didn't even know.
It's fine.
I thought it was the fucking kid in the kitchen. I'm sorry.
Okay, so while we're waiting for Buffy to come back, I'm not gonna.
Hold on. What's the question?
Are they? Would Penny follow the distressed sounding croaks of a frog in the kitchen?
Buffy. Okay, never mind. I got yelled at. I'm coming back to the computer.
Okay.
I get to answer that question. You said kitchen, so probably yes.
Okay. So, as they all get closer to the kitchen, huh? What? What?
Sorry, I had to get a sandwich.
It's
I
okay.
was saying night to my kid, and I left.
So, The grung or the fog person went into the kitchen, looked around, paused when looking at the chair, and has started giving off rapid, stressed sounding croaks. Do you go investigate?
I definitely did. Like, it's completely normal. Like, I just went over to the sounds.
Yes.
Well, my character doesn't care about that. Penny just cares that it's a kitchen. And maybe there's tasty frog legs.
How did I not how do I not call this exactly? Thank you
Uh,
very much.
So, you both go into the kitchen. Unfortunately, Penny, you go and look at the tables and the counters. You see there's food everywhere, but it is all long spoiled.
Well, that's a waste.
Yes, it is, because there is a lot of food. It's almost as if somebody was having a feast before suddenly something caused everything to stop. As you look over to see what Glub is looking at, you see also a figure sitting in the chair, unmoving.
I'm gonna poke it.
Okay. You poke it with your finger, I think.
Yep.
As you poke it, it is wet, it is damp, and you feel your finger kind of push in on the figure.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Bit of a squelch noise added to it. Yep. And
Don't
is
never mind.
very cold. So I
Well,
think
I was gonna say that I'm gonna lick it, but no.
okay. So I take it you retract your finger very quickly.
Yeah, we'll go with
Yeah.
the safe option.
Okay. So you retract your finger very quickly, and what is the reaction? Just pull it back and that's it.
I'm gonna shake my finger off. Like, that was gross.
Mm-hmm. Dame, you see this happen before you.
That's very clearly a corpse, dear. What did you get?
So what? I didn't hear it.
Corpse.
Penny just shrugs.
Okay.
Any snacks?
That's all she cares about.
The next motherfuckers, do you have them?
Question is it male or female in the chair?
You would have to probably move the body a bit to be able to tell.
Please don't.
Please.
Please do. Before we start mutilating a corpse, perhaps we are smart about things and we leave that be and find the others or look for more or investigate its state and how old it is first. She kind of very quietly looks at Theo.
Theo just shakes his head and kind of shrugs. Oh,
I said anything about mutilating it. It's just moving it then. What's your
you're not there.
If it's already making squelching noises and you move it, it's just gonna fall apart.
And someone opened a room and it exploded earlier, so you can understand why I'm being cautious.
Try roll the medicine to see if I can determine how long we've been dead.
Sure. Absolutely. Wow. Okay then.
Nice. Damn.
So In your initial investigation of the body, you kind of spaced it out in the time of maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe 4. But something's very odd with that time frame because the room and the setting of the room and the dust collected that you've seen so far seems this house has been here a lot longer, left in the state that it's in a lot longer than just a few days.
So the body's fresher than the rest of the dust.
What it seemed like.
With a nat 20 medicine check, can I tell if it's a male or female corpse?
You would know that it is male.
Does it look like the dude in the pictures?
Does not look like the man in the pictures.
I will look at Dane and Dane Cattle. The body's new.
Coxhead decide. What do you mean the body's new? Glub, more information.
It's been here a few days, but everything else has been here a lot longer.
Right. I'm gonna look at the room and be like, so apparently the body's newer than all of the trash in the room.
Meanwhile, Penelope's like, snacks? So what you guys gonna do with that information?
I'm a little curious about something.
What?
Is the room in a is his role high enough to determine whether or not the food seemed, whether it was spoiled or not, poison?
That's a different medicine check. Because that medicine check was dedicated to the body.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna if he does.
Oh, can I tell cause of death?
From that rule, you can, yes. Cause of death seems to have been a plethora of things. Seems to have had heart failure of some sort, or a heart attack. You can also see that there is a wound, a piercing wound, that seems to be between the third and fourth rib on the right side of his body.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Isn't that exactly where Garvon stabbed the other body in the other? Good for
And
you.
as you continue to look, you also see that the head seems to be caved in on one side. Unsure if that's also a wound that may not have killed them, or if that was a post-mortem thing. You have no idea. Due to the deterioration of the body.
Okie dokie.
Who's the closest to the chair?
That'd be me.
Uh, are you looking at the chair, or do you have your back to it while you're talking to your friends?
Probably when I'm talking to my friends, I'd probably look away from it.
As you do, you feel a wet, cold hand, reach out and touch yours.
Instantly spinning my head around to look.
You turn and look around, you see the corpse and its head turning slowly and looking right at you as one eyeball slowly falls out of its socket out and hits the floor as it lets out a groan. Initiative time.
And yeah, I was about to say.
Hold on. I did not know.
Hold on. Need to get your
Why
tokens
is
on the table.
and below me? I'm assuming myself and me aren't doing initiative rolls.
You don't know what's going on yet.
Exactly. So I'm assuming we don't roll yet.
Well, let's
All right. Then I will be thing. At this point, she has become very upset about any undead in her presence. It would kind of be normal for the pompous noblewoman to go, "Why is it there's dead things at the top of her lungs?" Just saying.
Well, hold on. Let's get initiative going here first before we do any of that. All right. So to roll initiative, Buffy, you need to click your token, which is, I think you can see it. Yes.
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
So that is your token in blue.
I cannot see past my character sheet, so
Oh, so if you double click the top of your character sheet,
I don't want my character sheet to go away.
well, it just fades it to the back and you can click it again to make it come back. Or if you have more than one screen,
Okay.
you can pop it out to put it on the other screen. So if you want to pop it out on the far left side, you see there's a button that has like double windows.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I got it.
So you want to click your token and then you go back to your character sheet and click initiative. It's in the center of your screen, your page above.
It
the
is
corpse.
not.
Initiative?
There it is.
Yeah. And now she got an 8. Bonk. Then we need Mr. Goober show up here. And he rolled an 18. Okay. So the corpse is going to look towards Glove. And it's going to go into a momentary internal monologue of, ooh, frog legs, and go to try to attack the frog. And we need better music for this. Okay. So, zombie attacks. Ah. 11 doesn't hit you, right, Glub?
Nope. My
Okay.
AC is 18.
Okay. So the zombie reaches out with its other hand and tries to slam against your head. And as it swings wide and you duck out of the way. And as it groans again loudly, as it slowly tries to stand up from the chair. Glub, it is your turn.
Mostly, I will pull my hand free from its grip
Okay.
and then pull out my sword.
Strength
Jank. Okay.
check to see if you can get out of its grasp. Yeah. Wow. It also rolled pretty good. Yeah, you get out of its grasp. pretty easily. So then you reach for your weapon.
Yep.
You swing away.
Yep. I'm going to and then try to stab it through the chest and hit it in the chair if that's possible.
You can definitely try. 13 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 8 damage. So, as you spear through the zombie and try to pin it to the chair, you put it right through its shoulder and it kind of still groans at you as it kind of still tries to get out of the chair. Is that your turn?
Yep, that'll be my pawn.
Penny!
Yeah.
The frog has a sword through the undead thing, but the undead thing is wiggling and is trying to get up. It's a couple about 5 or 10 feet away from you.
But it's pinned to the chair, right?
As far as you can tell for the bullet.
Yeah, I'm good. Right where I am.
Okay. Would you like to attack it?
No.
No?
And not unless I can throw the dagger? No.
You can't throw the dagger.
Okay. Then yeah, sure.
Okay. You can also use vicious mockery on it too.
Yeah, no, I'm saving that.
It's a cantrip, so it's a free spell.
I'm still saving that. No.
Okay. Okay. So click dagger in the attacks and spellcasting section then. That hits. Go ahead and roll the dagger. 7. So you take your dagger and you throw it at it. Hits it in the side of the head. As it just groans again.
I'm so sorry. I literally was talking and didn't know I was muted.
Yeah.
I asked what in the roll thingy is for the initiative. Where is it?
You already rolled initiative.
Did I?
Really?
Oh, thank
Oh, so you're good. Oh no, that was glove.
No.
Yeah.
That was club. How do I do the initiative roll?
So click your token, bring up your character sheet, and click initiative, which is above your hit points on the character sheet.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So you throw the dagger, hits the zombie in the head, still groans, still alive, and now its attention is pointed towards you. Penny.
Okay.
Dane, it's your turn. What was that?
It's pinned to the chair, so I'm good.
As far as you can tell, it is pinned to the chair.
Yep.
What would you like to do here?
It's loading. 2 seconds.
Okay.
I was typing and talking, which isn't my strong suit. I want my.
It is. It is about 5 or 10 feet away from you.
Well, that's good. I'm going to use my Eldritch Blast cantrip.
Okay.
I just click on it to roll, right?
Disadvantage because of the range. Remember, within 5 feet. So you want to back away from it?
Yes.
Okay. You try to back away from it, it's going to take an opportunity attack and try to hit you.
Not if I'm
Swing.
Misty Step.
If you want to. It's a waste of spell, maybe. But that's your choice.
What am I? My armor class is 13.
So it would hit.
I'm going to continue back away either way.
Okay. So it swings, it hits. You take 4 bludgeoning damage. It slaps you across the face with its hand.
Good thing I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
Well, it's not necrotic. It's just bludgeoning. You're good.
It's a zombie.
It's a zombie. It's
Oh, that's me. Continue stepping.
yes. Your face is now full of wet, dead slime.
Ew. Can
Yep.
I Eldritch Blast now?
Ew. Now that you're 10 feet away, yeah, you can blast it. Eldritch Blast. That will hit.
Does it tell you how much it does?
Hit Eldritch Blast in the chat and it'll roll the damage. It does 7 damage.
Perfect.
I need roll a dice. Ding, 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 ding. So you hit the zombie in the chest and you indent its chest cavity into its body, and it kind of lulls its head for a minute as if it just died, but then it kind of shambles and then looks back up at you and groans loudly again.
Nope. Mm-mm. We are not practicing this today, and I'm going to just finish my turn because I don't think I have a bonus action thing I can do.
You could also keep moving back away from it.
I'm going to continue backing away from it. Yes.
Okay. You want to use a full movement to back away from it?
Yes.
Okay.
As much as I possibly can without harming
So, so now you are 30 feet away from it. But now you can't see it because the back of the chair is in the way. So, as the zombie's turn comes up, it decides it's going to try to stand up. So it tries to stand up and pushes itself onto the blade and moves closer to Glub. Its maw open and is gurgling ick just coming from its mouth as it closes in on Glub and attacks him again. But thank God that wasn't an advantage. 10 does not hit. Okay, now it is Glub's turn. It is now face to face with you. Its body basically pressed all the way to the hilt as it got closer to you.
Yeah. I'm going to leave my sword in it.
Okay.
And let go.
Okay.
And pull out the fake wooden gun I was given on that pirate ship.
Yeah.
And hit it over the head.
Okay. So as you take your hand off the sword, it's at this moment you realize as it pushes itself forward closer to you, the sword doesn't seem to really be holding itself into the chair. It seemed like your force that you were holding the sword was keeping it in.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
But it's too late now, because now you hit it with an improvised weapon. So roll a d20 and add your strength modifier to it.
How do I roll a d20? It's
/R space 1d20 and then roll it and then add your strength after. Okay. But do /R4 or /R space 2d4. No, not 2d4. So you
I
/R.
put that in backwards, didn't I?
You just put /R and then space and then 2d4 and then enter. There you go. 7 damage. Doop, 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 doop. He doesn't make that one. So as you take out your fake wooden gun that you found, you whack him upside the head with it, really hard to the point where you hear the skull cave in with a loud, disgusting crunch. And all of a sudden, the body falls limp, falls to the floor, the sword still through it and sticking out its back as it just lays on the ground lifeless. You did it. You killed the zombie.
Yes, global cloaking victory.
So, with the body now laying on the floor, after a bit of interesting turnabouts of things, what would you guys like to do?
I would like to retrieve my sword.
Okay. So, I take it you lift the body, turn it around so you can slide the sword out of its corpse and just let it flop.
Yep.
You do so, and your sword is now covered in rotten, grimy gunk. Putrefaction.
I'm gonna take my dagger out of its head.
Okay. You take
I'm
it
gonna
out.
wipe it off on my jacket.
You take it out, and it is a sickening. Yeah, that. And you begin to wipe it off on your jacket. Your jacket now is smelling of ripeness. Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah, I would take my sword over to the sink and like wash it off.
You go and try to turn on the sink. It doesn't turn on.
Well, that's a shame.
Anything else with body?
I loot it.
I mean, if you want to,
Ew.
do you loot the body?
Yes, I am immune to poison and disease. This should be fine.
Okay. So, as you go to loot the body, give me an investigation check. That is a 1.
Can I help him?
Too late now. Should have asked that before he rolled. So, as you go to investigate the body, your nose is hit with the smell of the corpse, and it
Do
is
dogs have noise in noses?
yes, they do have a sense of smell. Your nose is hit with the scent, and it is god awful to the point where you begin to feel nauseous, very nauseous. So you try to quickly rummage through the pockets to see what you can find, and after turning up nothing, you try to get away from the body as quick as you can to try to get some fresh air.
Yeah, I go toward the Dane. Good idea. Nope.
Your hands covered in grime and gunk and yucky.
I will take off my gloves.
Anything else anybody would like to do with the body? Speak now, forever hold you McNuggets.
No, nope, I'm too sickened. Thanks.
Okay. So, with that, we will rotate back upstairs. So, you guys just got done checking out the last room on the right. Me and Arwen. So, are you guys wanting to go start checking the rooms on the left?
Door.
Okay. Which door on the left?
The closest one.
Okay, the one that's by the stairs. Are you gonna be Mr. I'm first again?
Probably.
Okay. If probably, then are you gonna try to open the door?
I'm going to open the door
Okay. And how would you like to open the door?
with Das foot.
Okay. We're all on the strength check. Nope.
He's bounty hunting it. Lovely.
Nope. Nope.
God damn.
Yep.
Below the door part.
So all of a sudden you just hear from upstairs, boom, 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 kaboom. And the fucking door finally gives in and swings open, slamming against the wall.
I was gonna say, I like to think it was a pole door that he was trying to kick open.
So, you kick the door open. Inside the room, you see this is a kind of like a living room. There's two couches in the sides of the room that face inward with a center table. A large china cabinet with glass doors sits on the far wall from you and sits center of that wall, but taking up most of the room with, from what you can see through the glass, plates, bowls, cups, all of it fine china. And the rest of the room, there is like little figurines, little dolls and things like that seem to be like decoration in the room. But all the dolls seem to be looking towards the door at you, who just kicked the door in.
Not fucking creepy at all. So there's nothing for like anybody to be able to hide behind them in this room.
It'd be pretty hard to hide in here, you think.
Okay. I will move on to the next room. Or start
you-
moving on to the next room.
As you start moving on to the next room, you begin to hear in the room just a little.
He's gonna stop. He's gonna look at Arwen and go, please, for the love of God, tell me that was you. Who has a fucking fireball spell? Burn it with fire now.
Yeah, I thought we were getting the fun ones. Turns out it was you.
Burn it with fire now. Biggest explosion ever. God damn it.
Shit. So, what are you gonna do?
Guess I'm going back in that fucking room because something made noise that now he thinks there's someone in there. Or walk back in the room
Giggle that Bella would have heard.
cautiously.
Oh yeah, Bella heard it.
Yeah, hence why the was that you? No shit.
Oh fuck.
He's walking into the room cautiously.
Okay. You began walking. Huh?
Both hands on the fucking axe.
Okay. As you walk into the room, you notice a few things. First, you notice as you walk in the room is much colder than it was in the hallway. Second, you also notice that you hear what sounds like the small patter patter of feet on the couch that's the farthest away from you, but it's from behind the couch. Just a quick little.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Are you waiting for my reaction now?
Yes, I am waiting for your reaction now.
He's gonna fucking walk over to the goddamn couch.
And Hulk smash it.
I mean, like, feel like he would probably do like what the fuck, like trying to figure out what the hell it is as he's walking over there.
Gotcha.
Even though my perceptions are shit. Do you want me to roll it?
I do.
Okay, 10's not horrible.
Daddy, you're enjoying this a little too much.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're
Everything's
enjoying
fine.
this a little
Everything's
too
fine.
much.
Anyway,
So, so what exactly were you trying to perceive? Just trying to figure out what the noises are?
what the noise is exactly, where it's coming from. Like you said, behind the couch. Couch's got two different ends. So, like,
Yep.
closer to the left side, right side. I don't know which closer side I am.
So for you, you'd be so the couch is facing you. It'd be the couch's left, your right.
Okay.
That would be the closest edge that you can get to that couch.
Keep on walking the fuck over there.
Yeah. Keep getting closer and closer and closer some more.
He's enjoying this.
And as you poke very quickly around the corner to see what's there, there's nothing.
Huh.
Now, you turn around to go back towards the door. And the first thing you see is what looks to be a little girl's face. No nose, eyes are black, and a big, rotten smile on their face. And you just hear that little, and it is breathing down your neck, just right in your face.
Is this face attached to a fucking body?
I mean, probably the first thing you saw was the face. So that's what I was describing.
I'm just like, is this
As
like
far
a
as-
floating face, or is
There-
it attached to something?
There would seem to be a body that is attached to it, very similar to the mannequin that you fucked with earlier.
Hopefully.
It's just like, no, I don't want to do this.
Fuck you, dude. No.
I'm just waiting for the fucking initiative roll because I'm
Well,
going to attack.
Well, if you want to react and try to attack it, you can.
It's yes.
Okay, that's all you need to tell me, my man. So you reactively what? Yell out at it and then swing?
I mean, I guess he probably does make like noises. He's not yelling at it. He's just gonna. Oh Jesus! I'm going to swing at it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a weapon attack for me.
Damn.
Yeah, you seem to hit it. Okay, as you swing through, you notice it goes right through. And you seem to have cut through a shirt. As you then hear the fading sounds of another chuckle.
Ghosts.
We're watching.
You
wanna-
know,
I
keep us safe.
And I'm out.
I
I'm
want,
gonna go smoke.
I want to change my class to a wizard and fireball, 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 fireball.
Nope. Nope.
I did not ask if my friends were in the room. I just said fireball.